Hello. So, if you haven't heard, I have a new EP coming out on Sunday called Grief is a Five-Letter Word, and today I'm going to be discussing it. So, yeah, this EP is basically a continuation or the ending of the story I've been writing. If you listen to Life Until Death, this is part of that story. Um, so Life Until Death is like the beginning of the story, and then Afterlife and Disconnected can be like outtakes or like side quests or whatever you want to call it. And Wishlist isn't part of it, but Grief is a Five-Letter Word is like the ending to this story. So Life Until Death was about like literally a life until death, like it's in the title. And then grief is like grieving the person or the version of you that's passed, or however you want to interpret it. So that's basically the whole concept of this EP. um so each song is a stage of grief, plus there's an intro and an outro, so there's 7 songs in total. um the intro, basically, it's really short. It's like 50 seconds. It's basically just talking about how loss is not really something you can avoid. It's like it happens to everyone, basically. How you're fighting to avoid it and you can't. That's basically what the intro is, and it's really short. There's not that much lyrics to it, but it gets the point across. So the second song, or the first song in the 5 stages, is called Night Fucker. And this is the song for Denial. I was originally planning to put this song on Afterlife, the outtakes for Life Until Death, but it wasn't finished by the time I released Afterlife, and I didn't want to rush it at all because I had such like a clear vision for this song and I didn't want to butcher it. So I saved it for this EP. This song is basically about how say you're like laying in bed and you're like contemplating life as one does, and it's like 3 a.m. or whatever. That's basically what the song is. It's basically like those thoughts you get at like 3 in the morning when you're like, oh my god, what is everything? What is life? Like contemplating everything. That's what this song is. And it's basically saying that you want those thoughts to be there almost, if those thoughts are comforting to you, because it's almost like a security blanket for you if those thoughts are something that comforts you, you know? So that's basically what that song is about. It's like, and I I put it as the song for Denial because there's a lot of, well, the main like chorus part, I say like night fucker, wish you were here instead. That's like the main chorus. That's basically saying like these thoughts are like named. I named the thoughts as like a person or whatever, and the name is night fucker. And I put like oh my god, the thoughts are called night fucker, and then saying wish you were here instead means like, oh, I wish those thoughts were here instead of this loss. Basically, I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm trying my best. So that's basically what that song is. Basically saying like, oh, I don't want to believe that this loss is real. I wish these thoughts were like here or not. However you want to interpret it, but yeah, that's basically what this song is about. And obviously it'll make more sense when you listen to it. But yeah, that's what Nightfucker is about. So yeah, the next song is called Confessions at 8:30, and the 8:30, instead of putting like a colon, it's a semicolon. I did that for a reason, and it's not going to show up on all streaming platforms because my music distributor wouldn't let me put it like that. So it's not going to show up on every single streaming platform, but just know that it is with a semicolon. So that's the anger song for these 5 stages, and it's about this really bad friendship breakup that I went through. This particular friendship breakup was there was so much anger involved. There's so much screaming and like hate towards one another. It was really bad, and it left me with all this anger that I didn't know what to do with. So I wrote this song, and the song, it might be kind of cringy for some people. For other people it might not be, but who knows. Some of it is cringy, I know, I realize that, but it's kind of for a reason, because this whole situation was just so horrible. And I don't know, you might find it cringy, you might not, who knows, but this was my way of expressing this anger, since I didn't really have a healthy way to do it, like, ever. So this is me getting my anger out about this person and this friendship breakup and how horrible it was. So yeah, that's why it's the anger song. And relating to the EP, it's almost like, because like I did include lyrics in it that relate to like loss, because when you're angry, it kind of like you say things that you don't mean, and I kind of put that in there too. There's a lyric in the song that goes, the easiest part was losing you, and I feel like that would be something that you say, like, depending on the context, of course, like that's something you say when you're really angry and then you don't mean it, but depending on the context of what you're talking about, of course, that makes a lot of sense. But for the context of this friendship breakup, yeah, the easiest part was losing this person. So yeah, but in the context of loss, maybe that's not the easiest, but grief is a strange thing, and it makes you feel a lot of different things that you maybe didn't think of or didn't want to think of, and you never know where it leads you. So that's basically the anger song. The next song, the song for bargaining, is called If Only, and this is probably my favorite song on this EP. So If Only is the bargaining. It's about the bargaining, like, oh, if only you were here, if only I had done something, blah blah blah, you know, that stuff. This is my favorite song on the EP because this song includes all the things I wanted to include in Hard Eyes. If you listen to that song too, I wanted to include like a big like orchestra part in Hard Eyes, but then like I played it for my old school. I think I talked about this before, but I played this for my old school and they were like, you need to be yourself. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was kind of like, you know what, I'm just gonna do whatever the fuck I want because it's my music and I can do whatever the fuck I want. So all the orchestra that I wanted to put in Hard Eyes is in this song, and I think it sounds exactly how I want it to. Let me just say that. And there's so much that I incorporated into this song that I wanted to put in other songs that I just didn't. So it's all in this song, and that's why I really love it. And it's the bargaining stage because, once again, it's full of lyrics that are like, oh, if only it worked out this way, if only blah blah blah, stay with me, take me instead, like, you know, those types of lyrics. And then I feel like that makes sense when you're in the bargaining stage of grief. But once again, however you interpret it. So yeah. And then the next song for depression is called It Lingers. I actually played this song. It's still on my channel, like somewhere earlier. I played it on ukulele, but it's not on ukulele now. So when you listen to it, it'll make sense. So it's called It Lingers because it's basically about how when you're in this depressive stage, you think it's going to last forever, and it lingers, and you think it's lingering forever, and it's not, but you think it is, that type of thing. And sometimes when you're grieving, it's almost like, oh, I'm scared I'm gonna forget what your face looks like. I'm scared I'm gonna forget what your voice sounds like, etc. So I put some of that in this song. Yeah, and oh god. I also did record the vocals for this song when I was feeling depressed because I felt like that made it more real. So yeah, you'll hear it in my voice definitely, and when you listen to it. So yeah, I think this song is really pretty though. I really like it. I really like how it turned out, and there is a ukulele version if you want to listen to it. It's on my channel somewhere, and I might record it as with the ukulele too. Who knows? So yeah, and then the song for acceptance is called Home Sweet Home. Um, I I chose that as the title because I feel like it was like it's supposed to be like, oh my god, how do I explain this? Accepting that this person or this version of you, however you want to interpret it, is finally home. Once again, however you want to interpret that. For this case, for the EP and the story, it's almost like accepting the fact that this version of you is dead or gone or whatever, and they're finally home. And you're accepting that, and you're moving on, and you're growing, and you're blooming towards tomorrow, as I put in the lyrics. So, yeah, that's basically Home Sweet Home. And I really do like this song too. I experimented with a lot of different things for the production, like things that I didn't do for Life Until Death, and I really like how it turned out. So I'm excited for you to hear it. And the last song, or the outro, is called The Art of Closing Doors. So I specifically made this the outro because the first song on Life Until Death is called The Art of Growing Up. I don't know why I blanked on that, but it's called The Art of Growing Up. And then the outro on this EP is called The Art of Closing Doors. It's supposed to be like an opening and then a closing. And basically this song is about, well, this outro is about like just closing the door on a certain chapter in your life and moving on. Even if you fully don't forget the person or the version of yourself that you're grieving, you're closing that door of that chapter and moving on and moving forward. So that's basically the outro of this EP, ending this whole story of Life Until Death, and then grief is a 5-letter word. And this was the first song I finished for this EP. I recorded this one. It was like, I think it was November of last year I recorded it, and I was like I remember feeling so tired when I recorded it. I was so exhausted, and it was just something I did for fun. And I was like, I want to fix this up, and I want to add a little bit of like bass or synth to it or whatever. And it's so like, I don't know how to describe it. It's so pretty in its own way, and that's why I really like it. So You'll see when you listen to it. So yeah, those are the songs. And one last thing I want to talk about is the cover art. So if you haven't seen it, it's on this thumbnail of this video, so that you'll be able to see it there. It's also on my Instagram, but it's basically, I kept the scheme of like the flowers going through all these projects. I kept that flower scheme, and the background, I had asked on Instagram what color do people think grief is, and I got so many different answers. I got like deep red, periwinkle, dark navy blue, orange. So I decided to incorporate all of those colors. Personally, I think grief is periwinkle. That's just how I interpret it, but everyone interprets it differently. So I tried to include all the colors at least a little bit in the cover, because I want, like, you can't really visualize grief, but I wanted to try to, I guess, induce the feeling, well, like, or however you want to interpret it once again. But the way it turned out, I think it's perfect for this EP. It's kind of how I imagined it being. So yeah, and it's really funny because it's basically just like, if you look at it without me having edited it at all, it's literally just a picture I took by accident when I was on a walk. Like it's just this, I don't even know what it is. It's like a blurry like picture of the grass or the sky or something, and then I like put color over it, and that's the cover for this EP. But I thought it was perfect because like you don't know what it is, you don't know like what you're looking at, so why not? So yeah, that's basically it. I am very excited for this EP to come out. It only comes out in a few days from today, so I'll put the pre-save link in bio, and thank you for watching. Once again, I'm very excited, and comment what song you're most excited for, or if you're listening to this, or if you're watching this after it's released and you've listened to it, comment which song is your favorite. I really want to know. So yeah, thank you, and also comment what else you want to see, because I'm in school right now and I don't really know what to post. So comment what you want to see, comment what song is your favorite, and yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.